Hi everyone, welcome to a Stamping to Share video. My name is Kay Kalthoff and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And today I'm going to share a card with you. And if you love monochromatics, you are going to love this card. So it all begins with the envelope, and I'm so bad at remembering to stamp on envelopes, but since I knew I would be giving these cards in person, I went ahead, took the liberty of stamping on the envelope. And then when you open it up, look at this. This is the most gorgeous little bag, and I'm just so excited that I created it, and I'm going to share it with you. And it's our mini treat bag, and it uses the vellum paper from Stampin' Up! That's one of the bonus items during Sale-a-bration. So you have just another week to place a $50 order with Stampin' Up! And select this as your gift with purchase. So I made a little gift bag that is done with the mini treat bag thinlits die. And you can see that you not only get these two large dies that create your little mini gift bag. In fact, I did go ahead and I created that in advance. But look at all of these extra little pieces that you get with this die set. I love that. And then also the stamp set we're using is also from the Occasions mini catalog for 2015, and it's called Mother's Love. And it's a two-step stamping set, which means you stamp the outline images first, and then you fill it in with color with another stamp right over the top. But I didn't use any of the colors today. I didn't do any two-step stamping because I just wanted to do something really elegant, and sometimes that is monochromatic looks. When you pull the card out of this gift bag, so what's really, really neat is that inside this sweet gift bag here is a card. Nobody loves like a mom when you open it up, and no mom deserves more love than you. So I just love this. I love the little clip. So let's get started, and I'll show you how to create this card. So you're going to want to start with a card base, and you can create this card base on your own, which would be a 5 by 7 inch piece of Whisper white paper scored at 3.5, or you could use a pre-cut, pre-scored Stampin' Up! Note card. The Stampin' Up! Note cards come in a package like this. They include your envelopes and the note cards, and it's a quantity of 20, so it's a really good value for your money, and it's a really nice size. Today we're not going to use that particular envelope since we're putting this card into our treat bag. But once we have this, we can fold this along the score line. And let me get my bone folder here. These are a nice sturdy cardstock. I would say these note cards are more sturdy than our regular Whisper white. Now we're going to add a little bit of trim along the bottom. This is 1 1/8 inches by 3 1/4 inches, and it's from the designer paper pack called Back to Black. So I'm just going to use a little bit of our snail here on the back. And we're just going to center this in so that the 3 edges are even. All right, and now we're going to do our stamping. Nobody loves like a mom, so I have that on a blocky. This is a photopolymer stamp, so I'm going to use the stamp mat for that. And then let me grab the ink, which is our Memento Black. You don't want to use StazOn with photopolymer. The reason is it will stain your stamps, and you will not be able to get it off no matter what type of remover you use. So I always stick with Tuxedo Black from Memento when I want to stamp with my photopolymer stamps, and I always use a stamp mat because you will get a much better image with your stamp mat. And now we need to stamp on the inside panel. So again, I'm going to ink up the inside sentiment, and then we are going to just stamp that right here. So that also uses the basic black paper at 1/2 inch by 3 1/4 inches. And again, I can just use a little bit of snail on the back right here. And we'll just set that right in. Again, so that our 3 sides are nice and even. Okay, so let's get decorating. We will need a button right here. I think that looks real nice. Let me see, the buttons are from our main catalog, and it's the basic metal buttons, and they're pictured right here. And I actually tend to use these smaller sizes, and I thought for this card the larger button just looks so neat. it really kind of set that off. So I have the bottom. I put a couple of glue dots on it. I'm just going to stick that right there. And then all we need is a clip. So the clips, these little heart clips, are so sweet. They also are in our main catalog, and it's the Basics Hodgepodge clips. And they come with a star, little tiny, tiny paper clips, an arrow clip, and then these white heart clips. So that's what I'm using for this card. I like to clip it together because that just kind of, well, for one thing, it's a heart, and this is a card about love, but it's nice just to see that peeking over the bag. So here, let me grab my bag so I can just stick this in here. And now you see this little clip. So now it's time to decorate the outside of the bag. So let us take a piece of Whisper White paper. I have it cut at 2 by 3 3/4. And then I'm going to take my, this particular punch is a new one in the Stampin' Up! Spring Occasions catalog, and it's our Ornate Tag Topper punch, and it looks like this up here. And all I did was, all I will do is just take that piece of paper, insert it into that tag punch, and then punch it out, and you get this sweet little design along the top, along with a hole punched right where you need it. Then we are going to do a little stamping. So I'm going to take my mat, put it back in the picture, and I'm going to grab some scrap paper. This flower will float a little bit off the bottom of this tag, so I don't want to get my stamp mat messed up. So we're just going to stamp this flower right here. And then we can go ahead and add our little border at the bottom. And the border is a 1/2 inch by 2 inches. And again, it's the basic black, or I'm sorry, the back to black designer paper that we are using on this card. And we're just going to set this in right here at the bottom of this tag. Very cute. Okay. All right, so now we're going to bring our basic gray baker's twine into the picture, and honestly I'm not even sure how much I've cut here. Let me just do a quick measurement, but it looks like it's about 32 inches of twine. Oh, and this is actually basic black, not basic gray, but what we're going to do is we're going to wrap this twine around our package 2 times, just like this, and then we're going to tie on our tag. And then we'll tie it all into a knot and get it all ready. So we're going to put this on like this. And then just tie that onto the tag, or onto the mini treat bag. And I'll tie a knot just so that it's nice and secure. And then I will go back in, bring this back through. Actually, no matter how you put this tag on, it doesn't have to be done exactly like I do it. Just do it so that it stays on there. That's the main deal. All right, now we'll go ahead and tie a knot again, just so that we have this tag in place. And then we can tie a nice big poofy bow with our baker's twine. Like that. Then we'll trim up these ends so they're not so long. Make our bow a little bit smaller in the process. Just like that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. So I have some scrap paper just in Whisper White, and I have the For You, and we are going to stamp the For You right here. Then we're going to go in with a circle punch. It's our 1 3/8 inch circle punch, and punch out the For You. Then we can add that with a snail to a punch out of, well, we can pick. We can do a punch out of it's the scallop circle punch, 1 3/4 inches, and we can use either vellum or basic black. So if we put the basic black here, I think that looks a little bit strong. Let me just try this, because I was thinking about doing this before. And I wasn't sure if it would be too dark or not. So let me just double check here. So I've got my For You, and I could put this right here. And I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. Here's my original. You can see it's a little bit softer. I think for one of the ladies that I'm giving this to, I think she is more of a bold person. So I'm going to use the basic black instead of that vellum piece. So I'll put the For You right here. And then I'll just add a couple of dimensionals to the back of this For You. You can see how I did that. And that's what's actually going to secure our tag and keep it from moving around so much. So we'll just add this right here. And our sweet little card is now complete. So you can see this is the outside, and then of course the inside. And then just to stamp the envelope, which is not too big of a deal, you're just going to stamp that flower again, and then your For You here. Here's the card that I just created, and here is the card that I started with. Here's the envelope, and here is that inside panel. So hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial. Have a great day. Thanks so much for stopping by, and be sure to visit my blog at www.stampingtoshare.com, where I have a lot more Stampin' ideas for you.